2026 Toyota Corolla Cross is stepping into the spotlight, and it's shaping up to be one of Toyota's most exciting compact SUVs yet. If you've been following the Corolla Cross since it first launched, you'll know it's always been about blending practicality with a little bit of rugged versatility. And this new generation really takes that formula up a notch. Toyota has given it a bold redesign, more efficient engines, some surprising off-road capability, and an interior that feels more premium than ever before. Let's dive into what makes this one worth paying attention to. First off, the exterior. The 2026 Corolla Cross has grown into a more confident look. Toyota's design language here is sharper and bolder, with a larger grille that gives the front end a stronger stance. The headlights are slimmer and more aggressive, with available full LED lighting that really pops at night. The body lines flow more cleanly along the sides, giving it a modern yet athletic appearance, and the wheel arches are a bit more pronounced, hinting at its crossover utility. Depending on the trim, you'll get options like sportier alloy wheels, contrasting roof colors, and even rugged cladding for the adventure-ready models. It feels like Toyota wanted this Corolla Cross to look less like a mini RAV4 and more like its own unique personality. Performance is where things get even more interesting. Toyota is doubling down on electrification, so the 2026 Corolla Cross will continue with hybrid powertrains, but this time with more punch and efficiency. The standard hybrid system combines a refined four-cylinder engine with Toyota's latest electric motor technology, delivering a smoother and more responsive drive. Expect horsepower to climb into the 200-plus range for the higher trims, making it far peppier than the outgoing model. At the same time, fuel economy numbers are set to improve, with Toyota targeting over 40 miles per gallon in combined driving for the hybrid. That's huge for anyone who wants SUV practicality without feeling the sting at the gas pump. And then, for the first time, Toyota is making sure this crossover can handle a little more adventure. The 2026 Corolla Cross gets available all-wheel drive with a new traction management system. This setup gives it the confidence to tackle dirt roads, snow, or muddy trails without stepping into hardcore off-roader territory. It's the kind of system that's perfect for weekend camping trips or driving through tough weather, and it really broadens the Corolla Cross's appeal. For years, this model was seen mostly as a city-friendly family hauler, but now it's gaining some real outdoor credibility. Step inside and you'll notice the changes immediately. Toyota has put a lot of focus on making the interior feel more upscale. The cabin now has softer materials on the dash and doors, ambient lighting, and a more modern layout. Front and center is a larger touchscreen infotainment system, up to 12.3 inches on the higher trims, running Toyota's latest software with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The digital driver display is fully customizable, giving the cockpit a futuristic vibe. What's especially nice is how Toyota has balanced technology with usability. Physical buttons for climate control remain, and storage spaces are smartly placed throughout the cabin. Space is another win. Rear passengers will enjoy more legroom, thanks to a stretched wheelbase, and the cargo area has been redesigned for better practicality. The rear seats fold nearly flat, making it easier to load larger items. Toyota clearly listened to feedback from Corolla Cross owners who wanted just a bit more versatility out of their compact SUV, and the 2026 model delivers. On the tech and safety front, you'll find Toyota's latest Safety Sense suite, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and a new hands-free driving mode for certain highway conditions. That's right. The Corolla Cross is dipping its toes into semi-autonomous driving, something we're starting to see trickle down into more affordable vehicles. It makes long commutes or road trips a lot less stressful. Pricing hasn't been officially confirmed yet, but early estimates suggest the 2026 Corolla Cross will start in the mid-20,000s, with fully loaded hybrid all-wheel drive models climbing into the mid-30,000s. That's right in the sweet spot for compact SUVs. And given Toyota's reputation for reliability and resale value, it's going to be an attractive option for buyers who want a balance of affordability, efficiency, and modern features. Compared to past models, this new Corolla Cross feels like a big leap forward. The original was practical but maybe a little conservative. It filled the gap between the Corolla sedan and the RAV4, but it didn't always stand out. Now Toyota has injected more personality into the design, more strength into the powertrain, and more comfort into the interior. It's no longer just the safe choice, it's a car people will actually be excited to own. For young families, it's a great step up from a compact car. For urban dwellers, it's small enough to park easily, but big enough to handle everyday errands and road trips. And for adventurers, that new off-road capability adds just enough confidence to head off the beaten path. It feels like Toyota really thought about how people use their vehicles in different ways and gave the 2026 Corolla Cross the tools to shine in all of them. All in all, the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross is shaping up to be one of the most well-rounded compact SUVs out there. It's stylish without being over the top, efficient without sacrificing performance, and versatile enough to appeal to a wide range of drivers. Whether you're upgrading from an older Corolla, downsizing from a bigger SUV, or just looking for something that nails the balance between city and adventure life, this new Corolla Cross deserves a spot on your shortlist. So, what do you think? Has Toyota finally made the Corolla Cross a standout in its class, or do you think it's still playing it too safe? Either way, the 2026 model is proof that Toyota isn't slowing down when it comes to giving us practical, future-ready vehicles. This one's going to turn a lot of heads when it hits the road.